Let us read the Adventure Girl series, Hiking the Appalachian Trail. Then the Lexile is 600 Lexile. Let us begin reading the Adventure Girl series. Adventure Girl, Hiking the Appalachian Trail. Today was going to be one of Tilly's greatest adventures. She had tried so many new things in the last year. However, hiking was one of her very dash activities to do. One of very fish-like, cheerful, colorful favorite, most of her favorite activities to do. Today she would go on the longest hike she had ever tried. She was going to like hike all day on the famous Appalachian Trail. Trilly had wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail for years now. It was one of America's most famous hiking trails. It had been around since 1938. It is also quite long. The trail stretches from Georgia all the way to Maine. That's over 2000 miles. The trail can take dash to complete, months to complete, plates to complete, phone truths, months to complete. Yes. Tilly was only going to hike for one day. Still, she knew that the hike would be really hard. She was in Virginia and was going to do the Moher Loop, which is 14 miles. Even with an early start, the hike would take her all day. Tilly woke up before the sun even rose. She was so excited to get out on the trail. She dashed her backpack. She packed, agreed, lapped, smoked. Packed, yes, with food and water and a first aid kit. She pulled on her trusty hiking and put her on sun hats, swords, drums, hooks, boots. Most probably hiking boots. Let's give it a try whether we are right. Yes, we are right. And put on her sun hat. Then she had a big breakfast and hit the road. At first the trail was pretty easy because the terrain was flat and open. Tilly hiked through a meadow that was full of beautiful wildflowers and tall grass. You missed out the line. At the trail road, Tilly took a deep breath and set off on her adventure. At first, the trail was pretty easy because the terrain was flat and open. Tilly hiked through a meadow that was full of beautiful wildflowers and tall grass. Let us proceed. Pretty soon, though, the trail got really hard. It started to go uphill and wouldn't stop. Tilly was dashed for this climb. Tilly was prepared, borrowed, bandaged, troubled. Most probably prepared. She was prepared for this climb. Yes. Because she had studied her map the night before. She knew this was called B Mountain. The trail continued uphill for a long distance. Tilly's legs were getting really tired. After a couple of hours of climbing, she decided to stop and eat something. She guzzled some water and ate a lot of trail sky mix aim owl. My goodness, this is trail owl, trail mix, trail aim, trail owl. Trail, she ate something, a lot of trail mix. Let us give it a try. Yes, we are right. We guessed it. Then she met two people a little older than she was. Their names were Marcus and Patricia. Marcus and Patricia were carrying all sorts of gear. We have already been out here on the trail for almost a month, Patricia said. We are hiking the entire trail. Tilly was amazed that they had been hiking every day for a month. That is so cool, she said. Here, let us proceed. Leave no trace. After they had finished lunch, Tilly set off on the trail again, this time with Marcus and Patricia as hiking partners. They were very knowledgeable about everything. They pointed out different flowers to Tilly and talked about their adventures on the trail so far. They also told her about the Appalachian Trail motto of Leave No Trace. That means that you should always clean up after yourself. Mark said, you should leave no dash that you were here. No, the picture says something. Okay, okay. Trace, siren, clump, hiders. No trace. Yes, we are right. That way, everyone can enjoy the beautiful nature. I agree, Tilly said. I always put my trash and recycling back into my clearing knockout princess backpack, most probably her backpack. Together, the three hikers reached the summit of B Mountain. The views were incredible. They stayed at the top of for a while. Then Tilly had to say goodbye to Marcus and Patricia. They were continuing on towards Maine. Tilly wished them luck and began her path back down the mountain. Tilly was happy to be going downhill. Still, the trail was difficult and she had to be dash selfish, scared, unusual, careful. Most probably, she had to be careful. She reached the trailhead again. It had been a long day and she knew that she would sleep well tonight. Tilly ended the day feeling inspired. The Appalachian Trail was so beautiful. Tilly made a goal to hike the Dash Trail someday to word fancy sleep hole. Trail was so beautiful. Tilly made a goal to hike the Dash Trail someday, just like Marcus and Patricia, to word fancy sleep hole. Made a goal to hike the Dash Trail someday. Word Trail, Fancy Trail, Sleep Trail, Whole Trail, most probably whole, the entire trail. Yes, that's right. That's the end of the story.